A Netflix deal with WWE is $500 million plus dollars per year for 10 years. Netflix can opt out after 5 years or opt in after for another 10 after 5, extending it to 15 or 20 years. So at the 5-year mark, they can opt in and go, no, we want 10 more years of WWE Netflix. Crazy, dude, at 500 million plus. Here's a winner for your boy like Phil Marks here in Canada. Outside of America, Netflix will also air everything WWE, SmackDown, NXT, documentaries, etc., and a bunch of original content.
That's epic.
Yes, sir. So,
Are they done with Peacock?
well, so it's still TBD, to be determined as to where Raw will be aired when the USA deal comes up, which is coming up soon, and when Netflix deal starts is in January next year, or in 2025. Yeah, so my guess is they just sign a short extension with USA, take a pay cut, do USA a solid because they're making 500 million next year minimum. That's my prediction for that, but I'm not a bit. I don't even. I'm completely redacted when it comes to fucking business of that grandeur. You know, I'm not that. I don't know TV like that. So, but that's just, I don't know. Just stay on USA for a bit. But
Right.
they don't even necessarily have a home until then. But so yeah, well, what's your reaction to that? What's your reaction to that big of deal? Hairline revolutionizing, sports are going to follow, other television's going to follow. Like, this is, so WWE was the first to go pay-per-view, they were the first to go cable, they were the first to go, and not even pro wrestling. It is pro wrestling, but it is the WWE who was the first to do all of this. Now they started their own network. Now they've transitioned to like the third party streaming. Hey, we're going to do this deal with Netflix where we're going to air we're just on Netflix now, and we're going to air live weekly television on Netflix. No one does this. Football, nothing does this. They're all going to follow suit because they always do. Hairline, your thoughts on this? Just WWE and pro wrestling, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think it's huge, man, and like
Fucking
congrats to
insane.
Triple H and everyone over at TKO, man.
Nick Khan, the greatest signing in WWE history.
Right. Well, like, yeah, that's like, and it is a subjective statement, but it's like, argue that shit. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen the WWE be this beneficial. You know what I'm saying? This solid of a product will be in this beneficial, and like getting all these deals. You know.
It's incredible, man. And so, like, I guess to tag on to that, because there is more news that is, I guess it's this, it attaches to it, but it's a little different. It could be its own thing here. But The Rock, man, he's on the fucking board of TKO. He steps in. Now we're going to talk about Vince in a minute, so just save your Vince thoughts in a minute here. But The Rock, like, okay, Vince is off. Yeah, Vince is off the board. Well, just wait. Oh, you just wait, buddy. I'm saving my voice. I'm saving my voice. So The Rock, man, there's a seat open on the board, especially now. Like, they announced the Netflix shit, but then with the Vince shit, okay. Especially now, there's a big seat open. The Rock is on the board. WWE agrees. Nick Khan's known The Rock since they were little kids. The WWE agrees. They give The Rock back the rights to his name. So now he can go promote a movie and just be called The Rock, starring The Rock. You know what I mean? He could never do that before. He had to be Dwayne Johnson and shit. And so now he owns the fucking Rock, bro. They gave it to his family. The Rock, he owns it. Like, goddamn, WWE's just good faith with people, man. Beautiful. And then he's at a seat on the board on TKO. And here's my notes, and then I want your reaction to this, because good for The Rock, obviously. But I wrote, you can only imagine The Rock is licking his lips because, and now I'm going to approach it from the movie side, like Phil does, man. I approach it from the entertainment side, all the angles. Okay. The Rock's licking his lips because even though he's a box office megastar, this opens an easier door for him to just pull the Adam Sandler move and just do movies exclusively with Netflix as well that will get 1 billion eyeballs. They won't even go to the theaters. Then he can help focus on WWE and UFL as well, because he started the UFL. he merged the XFL with like the the USFL or whatever, and then they created what's called the UFL. And then all the stuff he has going on, that movies and traditional Hollywood, they steal so much of your time. But if he works within the Netflix confines and him working with Endeavor and all that, I think he'll have more time for wrestling. And Rock, like, watch, like, The Rock will be the president of WWE Films one day. Like, he'll just be the president of a fucking film company owned by them, making his own movies for himself. Like, that's what's gonna, and he already is, like, with the $7 thing, but he still partners with these big, you know, whatevers. But he has it all now there, and it's like, who better for the WWE's future to be handed off to than like the people who made it what it was, bro? Triple H and The Rock and shit. I just think it's fucking brilliant. So congratulations the Anoa'i family. And you know, The Rock, he works with the UFC. So like, we have to know, I've been saying it for a babillion years. Endeavor, Ari Emanuel, these guys love The Rock. They love CM Punk because of the UFC shit. Dana White, he's part of the WWE now, like it or not. So these guys love The Rock, and he has a shoe deal. They're the official shoe of the UFC and shit. So your thoughts on The Rock, man, getting the rights to his name, and just like the future of WWE, man, is Netflix. Raw won't be on Mondays all the time when football's on. Raw's going to be on like a Tuesday and shit. What do you make of all that, Hairline? What do you think about all this and The Rock? Give me your thoughts on that.
So my initial statement here with the whole thing with The Rock's name and all that is, I think it's kind of crazy that Vince just never gave it to him, because like you would think he'd be all like, "Yeah, I made that guy. Yeah, I made The Rock." You know what I'm saying? So like that's crazy that he would have to be Dwayne Johnson in the first place. But
Well, Vince gets
as
a cut of
far,
that money.
yeah, for sure. Well, like that too, man. You would think that'd be just another reason to attach the name The Rock. But anyways, you know what I'm saying?
You're
Fucking The
right.
Rock
See,
having
Hairline
The
always
Rock,
knows.
right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like, okay, so The Rock having his people up in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, got his homie hooked him up and got him his name and all that, you know? So like, fuck yeah, congrats to The Rock, fucking great mastermind in there, bud. You know? And then like the whole Netflix thing. That sucks it won't be on Mondays, but as long as it's still airing once a week, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, for the podcast and all that, it's like I'm never watching the shit live for the most part.
I try to now all the time. I try and watch it live and whatnot as much as I can now. I feel, because I just
Oh
wanted to
yeah. Yeah.
reinvigorate that feeling, bro. Like, I just, that live shit, anything can happen.
You're like tweeting though, right?
Yeah, I try to live
Yeah.
tweet too, man. I really do try to do that. So yeah, man. So The Rock, man, he's put on the board of directors for TKO Company. Brilliant move and representation. I just wrote, I literally told you motherfuckers this was happening, and Rock's gonna do a run in, and he'll be a part of WrestleMania if he comes out, but he's gonna fight Roman. That shit's happening at some point. We'll talk about it with the Rumble, though. I think they might finish the story at this Mania, but we'll talk
I don't
about it
know.
later. Well, here's the thing, Hairline, and you said it. It's the hard times and it's the Dusty, but what people don't remember is Dusty, it took him 3 times to beat Flair for that fucking belt. And Cody only had one shot. And if you think about it, Roman's got, and this Netflix deal, make no mistake about it, was made off the backs of The Rock and Roman Reigns' family and Roman Reigns' reign. 100%. But Roman's got Punk, a Seth rematch, Randy Orton in a proper feud. He's got
Right.
fucking, yeah, dude. He's got Cody again. He's got just endless matchups right now. LA Knight again. Who, tell me who don't want to see that? Yeah. So yeah, man. Congrats The Rock. Congrats WWE. Congrats Netflix. Just fucking right when you think Netflix is falling off, bro, they do some crazy shit like this.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
for real, dude.
makes you go, wow, dude. Yeah, now I'm gonna make sure, like, I'll get rid of some other shit. I'm subscribed to all this bullshit. Netflix, Crave, Prime,